New York Giants fans? This is Tim, New York Giants Straight Talk, bringing you breaking Giant news. The Giants have signed Odell Beckham, 6 years, $94 million. And of course, I'm being facetious. Oh my God. I want to talk about how ClickBait is, in some regards, is ruining the Giant community. I want to talk about Odell Beckham. I want to talk about the salary cap real quick. I want to talk about Mara. John Mara came out today, and this is what I'm seeing all over Twitter, all over YouTube, all over everything else. And they asked him the possibility of Odell Beckham returning to New York. And Pat Leonard said, John Mara said the Giants haven't closed the door on signing Odell Beckham. He says he favors assigning him back if Shane and Dable can make it work. Okay, there's so many problems with this. He would love to have OBJ back. Well, he couldn't get him out of town fast enough, but now he would love to have him back. Let's start with the reasons and rationales why he's not coming back. He tore his ACL February over a year ago. Most people talk about, well, it takes at least a year to come back completely from ACL surgery. Okay, that is true, 100%. Sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes 12 months, could take up to 24 months. Here's the problem. The clock doesn't start on when you come back from your ACL surgery until you have the surgery. He didn't tear it in February and have it the same day. No, you go a couple weeks because you need to have the swelling go down on your knee before you can eat, because there's pockets of fluid. I know this, I'm an expert at this, on your knee that has to go down before you can literally go in and do the surgery itself. So he may be ready by training camp, yes, but is he going to be ready 100% before the start of the season? No. Well, maybe. I can't say. This is like last year when all the Giant fans were like, he's going to get signed. He's signing. We're signing him. He wasn't ever even close to being ready. At that point in time, he was like 6-7 months removed from the surgery. But you see a workout video and you think you're going to sign him. No. No. Stop. Then just look at the salary cap itself. The Giants right now, with the rule of 51, has about $3.5 million in cap space. 3.8 million, my estimate says. But if you go and look at what they have now after the rule of 51 expires, you're in the negatives. You're anywhere between $9 to $11 million negative. Now, of course, the rule of 51 does not take in effect until camp breaks and before technically the start of the season. But you're already in the negatives. You're not in the plus. You are in the negatives. Okay, so that's mistake number 2. Third, you got a wide receiver you're going to be 30 soon, coming off 2 ACL surgeries in 3 years, who hasn't played a full season in God knows how long, and you want to bring him back in? No, he's not going to come here. He's not coming back in. You could take a look at the Giants' salary cap situation as it is. And if you bring in Odell Beckham, I'm going to pull the salary cap up numbers. You could see here we have a large portion of money tied into 5 guys. You're probably 14% of the cap goes to Leonard Williams. You are not going to renegotiate Leonard Williams' contract and push that cap space in 2024 to bring in a question mark at OBJ. You just signed Daniel Jones, who's taken up almost 9.15% of the cap space. You are not going to do anything with him. You may want to renegotiate Adoree Jackson. I think Shane wants to get out of those contracts in 2024. You can also then try to sign Dexter Lawrence to an extension, but the extension won't take an effect until next year. And then you have Andrew Thomas and you have Saquon Barkley. You would have to devoid the roster of Saquon Barkley to sign OBJ. So that would be your logistical trade-off, because Bark is making 10.2, all guaranteed. You would have to do something with Barkley to sign OBJ, and then you're bringing in a hope and a wish and a dream. You hope and I'll hurry. Why? Why would you want to put your franchise in that situation? Why would you ran a guy out of town because you thought he was a malcontent? You thought he was bad for your rookie quarterback. You thought all these things that drove you crazy, but now you want to bring him back in. Listen, I'm an OBJ fan, but I'm an OBJ fan from 5 years ago, not what he is now, because he is not going to help the Giants. He is going to hinder the Giants salary cap wise in 2023 and possibly in 2024. And I think it's a disservice. And I talked about this briefly on the live stream yesterday. I have people that send me screenshots, I guess, or links. I think I should links, whatever they're called, from other giant YouTubers. And these screenshots and thumbnails are so misleading. And they're not even truth. They're not even accurate. They're speculation. And they're bad speculation at that. And then you have people that watch these videos in droves thinking these things, not understanding these people have no clue what they're talking about in reference to football and reference to the Giants. They are making stuff up to get you to click. That's why it's called clickbait. And I think it's doing a disservice because when a passionate, intelligent fan tries to talk to these fans, they don't understand that what they're reading is not true. That these people have no inside information, these people know nothing, and they are just making videos up. So you click on it and watch. That's what they're doing. That's what I did with my video today. And it's aggravating. I will tell you this. I'm not going to say who's the king of clickbait. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go into that because you know who they are. I will tell you what I think that some accurate, and I actually started watching a couple giant YouTubers today because I wanted to see for myself. You know, there are some good channels out there. I like Big Dash. Big Dash knows. Go out and see Big Dash. I like what was I watching today? The blonde guy and the other guy. Talking Giants. I thought they had some very good, astute opinions. And as even though that you could see that they're a fan-based channel, that they have the ability to point out facts, and they may do a little bit more positivity than some people say that I do. But that was a good one I watched today. But those were the ones that I enjoyed today. And then I saw garbage, and I'm not going to get into the garbage, but then you see garbage, and these people are garbage because they know what they're doing is lying. They know what they're doing is wrong. They know it, and they do it anyways. And I think it's a disservice to this fan base because this fan base is smarter than that. The problem is you have a lot of younger fans that don't know any better because they get their information from YouTube because they don't listen to sports radio. They don't watch ESPN. They don't watch NFL Network. This is where they get their information. All I'm asking is, you know what? When you watch one of these shows, think to yourself and think for yourself. Become an intelligent fan. Because of the fact that you gather all different types of opinions. That's what you need to do. You could do and I've said this a million times before, and I love when people apologize to me. You don't need to apologize to me if we disagree on something. Because of the fact that you are allowed to disagree and still be a passionate fan. And you're still allowed to be an intelligent fan. Because I say it all the time. Have it if you want to disagree, have your opinion. I 100% agree with that. But just back it up with facts. The same way I try to back things up with facts. And backing up for a fact that you don't know anything because you're stupid is not an argument. That's not an argument. But think for yourself. Gather your own information. Gather your own data. I know there's a large segment of this giant fan base that is extremely intelligent. And I think that's the fan base that's going to carry us. And I think, you know what? If people understand that some of these people on YouTube aren't doing it for the fans, they are doing it for the financial rewards, we'll say. I think we're going to get better off that way. I think you're going to grow a more intelligent fan base, and I think you're going to be able to point things out, and I think you are going to be able to move forward with the New York Giants. I got a lot of videos coming up in the future. Got a new chat. I got a new feature coming up. If you don't know, you can join the OG Club for $1.99 a month. We have a new feature. It's going to be called Out of Context. I am posting a cell phone number, which has been sponsored by one of our partners, Mint Mobile. And you're going to be able to text me anytime you want, as long as you're an OG member. Any questions you want, you can text me directly, and we can chat back and forth. So make sure you go spend that $1.99 a month. Become an OG member. You also get early videos and a whole bunch of fun stuff. So, but you know what? We got a lot of big surprises coming up. Hope everyone stays tuned and enjoy. This is Tim. This is New York Giants Straight Talk, and I'm out of here.